my name is Melissa Myers. I'm a biomedical engineer. And Giselle and I have been working together this semester. Giselle is super motivated, really interested in learning computer science. She's been a pleasure to work with, and she designed a really cool website, which she might not know this, but I actually have tried using it some when I was working, and it was really fun to use. So she's going to tell us all about the interesting project she has worked on with magic. Here's Giselle.
Okay. Hi, I'm Giselle. Thank you, Melissa. Okay. My mentor is Melissa. She studied her undergrad at Georgia Tech and her graduate studies at UC Davis. She's a systems engineer and manages software and firmware testing at Thales Biomedical. She's originally from Florida, and her hobbies are hiking, learning, music, and playing guitar. My website is dedicated to helping high schoolers and middle schoolers navigate their homework and learn how to research for their projects and also be able to de-stress. It's called Gigi's Help because Gigi is my nickname that my family gave me a couple years back. And I think that it's a short enough name that people can remember it when like they're using it, or maybe they're doing their homework and they're thinking, oh, what did I need to use again? Or what website did I use it for? And then Gigi's Help. So yeah. And then I gained interest in web development from a previous program I took a summer ago with Girls Who Code. And there I learned some fundamentals, but I wanted to continue learning. So yeah. And then with my website, I learned how to use CSS grid layout for the layout of my website, JavaScript, GIMP, and GitHub. Here are some images of my storyboard that I used way in the beginning to plan out my website before I even started coding. And then you can see what would have been like the storyboard for my home page, my research resources page, and my take a break page. And it just has like my navigation bar, description of like what would be in each page, and just something for me to like look at and refer to when I'm coding. And although I wasn't able to create everything, I was very happy with what I implemented, which was games, music, and the search bar, as well as a checklist. My magical experience was one highlight was having the opportunity to visit Melissa's work, Thales Biomedical, and being able to get a tour of the building and understanding, I guess, the differences of other tech companies with hers, how it's like all tech companies can be different. And before I had experience with going to Facebook and eBay, but then when I was finally there, I realized, oh yeah, like not all of them are the same. They have like different layouts, different ways they organize themselves, and how everybody works together as well. Another highlight, continuing on to the tour, I was able to get involved with some user testing of their product, which was very, very cool. I felt very that I had a great pleasure of being able to use the product, and I just like being part of the process. And then another highlight would be getting to know Melissa and see the steps that she took to where she could be today. Some lessons of my experience was one, double checking my code for typos and bugs because they are important, as we mentioned earlier, so that we don't break the code. And lesson two, being patient with the process because it can get very annoying sometimes and frustrating when things don't work out and you're confused about what am I doing wrong. And I think that being able to be patient and read through everything and getting to understand it better definitely helped me grow as well. And then lesson three is not being afraid to encounter the bugs and work with them, because although I got frustrated working with them and I was tired of like, oh my God, it's like again and again. I thought that was a great lesson for me, and that it was just very nice to be able to experience that and know how to solve the problems in the future. Oh, and here is my website. Here is the front page where it has description of what the website does, how it helps, how to do the research, and just some advice on how not to overwhelm yourself. Here in the middle, I have a little to-do list where you can just put in what your goals are for today so that it can help you when you're going to other places on the website. So for example, um, later on, I type in some information like computer science. Like let's say I have to do computer science homework. I add the button right here, and then it adds it to the list as like my not number one top item. And yeah, that's the to-do list. You could just add more and more things that you need. Here on homework help page, I have Google search bar that we had to implement from Google, and it browses Khan Academy and Actively Learn, which is one of the two main websites that I use at my school. And I could just search up any subject that I need help with. So for example, I'm putting what is physics, and then there's a series of videos that explains what it is and how it can help me. And yeah, I thought it was very, very cool to put that in. And at first I thought it was going to be super complicated, but I was able to use the API from Google, so that was really nice. And then here is the research help page where it describes the many databases that the state of California has and the library system offers. And yeah, it was information that I learned from my high school that I thought everybody should know because it was super helpful for me in my research projects. And then here is my take a break page where I have a timer that you put in your minutes and it converts it into seconds so that it's just counting back the whole time. And at the end, there is a bell that rings to remind you that, oh, your time is up. And here I have the distress games and music. And so here is a snake game, and I use HTML and JavaScript for it. It was really cool getting to know how to use the big bulk of JavaScript for this game, and I had to make a canvas and really just code out where it would go, like what left and right with the keys, and how the snake would identify what the red apple is that it needs to get in order to move up a level. So that was very interesting. And then I have my Spotify playlist as well that I have used personally to do my homework, and they have been very helpful. So I thought that it was a great thing to add on. Next slide. My future website plans would be to professionalize my layout and add different colors. I think that I could change other colors than blue, and then add more games because I would want to work more with my JavaScript and develop my skills with that, and then expand the information that users can use for researching. And then I also wanted to add a button to my to-do list that would be able to remove the items that I added. And then also would be able to just complete my website to the fullest to match my storyboard that I made. So thank you.